Hi, my name is Ben, and I'm here to state the importance of one national language. And a personal example that I have is when my wife and I went to our local subway, and there was a gentleman behind us who could not speak English. He could not speak English at all. He had a hard time explaining his order and ended up getting the wrong order. This is just a little taste of what happens when there's miscommunication. I will also be stating biblical implication on communication as well as verbal, and ultimately the importance of one national language. The biblical implication that I chose is Genesis 11:1-9, the Tower of Babel. These people wanted to be like God. They wanted to build a tower unto the heavens. God didn't want that. So he chose to disrupt the language. He saw language as that important that to disrupt that would to break their unity. So how much should we put an emphasis on language and unity in America? And my second point is the importance of verbal communication can help to inform one another on ideas. It helps promote teamwork. An example of this is a quarterback with his team. If he's unable to communicate the play, it will not succeed. He'll end up on his back and probably in the ER. According to Joseph Papa, language helps correct an error that one might have made in a group. An example is a business project. If one person fails, the others need to step up and help correct him. If there is no verbal communication available, this is next to impossible. Finally, the importance of one national language is for the sake of unity. People will not feel unified if they are unable to communicate with one another. A negative statistic by Janet N.G. of Asian Week states that San Francisco spends $350,000 on every document they must translate because of the city's bilingual government policy. This is a ridiculous amount of money going into that. My personal theory on how to counter this is to teach people our language, to do night classes. I'm sure that there are teachers out there who would be willing to volunteer or for minimum pay to do night classes to help teach people. This is a biblical concept. If you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. A positive statistic is that immigrants who do not speak English only make 57% of American-born workers. However, immigrants who do speak English make 90% of American-born workers. That is a huge difference. That shows, once again, that if they have that unity with their workers and their bosses, that they will be able to climb the corporate ladder. Without language unity, public safety could become an issue. According to Christine Brunis, it is vital in times of crisis to be able to communicate to the public. This would pose as a problem if unity were not an option. If there was a tornado or a flood or even a terrorist threat, if you're not able to communicate to the population at large, devastation that doesn't need to happen will occur. So my conclusion is, there is a problem. Our country is on the verge of losing its identity as well as its ability to be unified. It is on the brink of that. I've stated that the Bible points to significance in how significant it is for people to be unified in language. Verbal communication is important in problem solving, and how vital it is for a country to be unified in language. So the solution is simple. We need to make English our national language officially. Thank you.